Hey guys, we're sitting out here, got a small little issue with their Humvee, the M998, and basically what we've got going on is we're going to have to replace our starter box. And what we end up doing to establish this is we ended up checking all of our glow plugs there, the 8 of them with the 6.2 diesel there. All of them checked out there, right around that 2 to 4. And then our next step is going to be changing out, undoing our batteries from the terminals and making sure those things are disconnected before we actually install this Camoteksystems. So basically this thing is going to fit right underneath the dash. It's going to replace the current box. You've got your inlet there, and then your other one sitting right there on the back. So basically it's going to go right up underneath there, right underneath your left leg, and attach your current, or screw your current ones on there. And basically what this is going to do is you're going to press and hold this thing for 2 to 3 seconds, and basically that's going to replace your weight light. So we'll walk through there once we get in here, and I'll show you how it currently works, and then move on with the installation. So here's our current issue. When you're in the engine stop, and then when you flip it to run, this weight light is what tells you that your coils or your glow plugs are actually getting warmed up. Well, this is not turning off. So if I try to crank it, it does nothing. So that's where that starter box is going to come into play. All right, always remember when you're doing this, you've got to undo all of your cables from your batteries there. So that's going to be our next step, and then we'll move on the inside of the box. All right guys, going to walk through what we're replacing here, and basically it's going to be that box right there. And as you guys can see, there was that plug that I was demonstrating there in the front. That's where that's going to go, and then you'll have your glow plug, the red little button sitting right up in here for you. So we'll walk around here, show you the front of this, and then we'll start getting into it. All right, so that box is actually going to be sitting in right here. So this thing right here is where it's going to plug in at, right up and through here, underneath here. So our next step is going to be taking off this box right here, and this is where your feet sit at, or your feet sit at while you're driving this. So we'll get this thing going. Alrighty guys, well, we just replaced this thing, so it really was very simple. The biggest thing is when you screw this thing or unscrew it on there, so that box is going to essentially look just like this underneath, right there to the left, underneath the steering wheel. But you've got 4 bolts there that connect, and you got 2 of your electrical. So this is going to be what's going to stick outside up on top of the underneath the hood, and this is going to be the one that's going to be inside. So again, you've got these little bitty notches right there, so keep those in mind as you connect that new box. Both of them have them right there, but just make sure you fit it in there. You're basically just going to screw that main piece on there, and then push it in a little bit, screw it again there, push in a little bit further until it gets real nice and snug, just with your grip of your hand on both of them. And I'll walk through the starting of it right now. It was really simple. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to flip that thing to run. You're going to, you'll see your battery go to the yellow, and then it'll click. And then you press underneath on the new, basically it's a glow plug starter. You're going to click that, hold that for 3 to 4 seconds there, and then all you're going to do is turn that thing, and when you press that and you let go, you're going to see that battery indicator actually go back all the way from red back into the yellow, and then you'll be able to go ahead and start it like normal. So flip it from you know, the middle all the way to the far right like normal, and you know, essentially it's going to have those glow plugs warmed up for you, and you'll be able to crank it over very smoothly. The other thing, if it is colder, you may have to do that a couple times there, but it shouldn't, you know, you're talking 10 degrees kind of cold. So just kind of keep that in mind in regards to when you get this thing installed and how to operate it. And I think that it's a great design. Cameron there at Camotek spent a lot of time with me in regards to step-by-step on how to do this. I'm going to say installation of this, getting in and out there, shouldn't take you a whole lot of time. If you got doors on there, you know, to replace this, I go ahead and take those your driver's side door off, because it's going to be a lot easier to be able to hold that thing up, get that bolt up in there. And you know, you may need actually another person to help you. I was able to get it going myself, but it was a little bit of a struggle, but you can definitely do it. So hopefully this helps you guys out in regards to when you fall in the situation like what I did. And you know, that Camotek box, it'll run you, I think, right around $800, but you get your vehicle started. It's extremely dependable there, and I think that longevity, it was the right decision to make. So appreciate you guys liking the video. Like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature, and best of luck on your upcoming hunting and fishing season.